And a pleasant good Thursday morning. It's the 17th day of June. It's another humid one out. It's going to be close to 90 again like it was yesterday, but the humidity makes it feel worse. But the valleys were only in the 90s yesterday, but it was the humidity that made it feel hotter. And yes, the Los Angeles Clippers are one win away from going to the Western Conference Finals, just like they were last year. But they're up 3-2. They lost the first two games in Utah. Then they won 2 in a row at home. And they upset the Utah Jazz last night, 119-111. And just like you said last year, they thought the Clippers were going to go to the Western Conference Finals. But now they have a new coach in Tyronn Lue. They could still find ways to win without Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, PG-13 was putting on a show last night. And then they play tomorrow at Staples Center in front of a capacity crowd for the first time in 15 months before the pandemic began. And we'll have to wait and see if the Clippers can wrap it up or if the Jazz force a Game 7. Because you never know what's going to happen in a 7-game series. Last year, the Clippers blew a 3-1 lead. And the Phoenix Suns are still well rested. If the Clippers win, Phoenix will have home court. But Utah will have home court if they come from behind. Also, the Atlanta Hawks made a miracle comeback in the second half last night over the Sixers in their series. So both one-seeded teams are facing elimination, something that doesn't happen too often in the NBA playoffs. Usually the one seed goes to the conference finals and to the NBA finals. Tonight, it's the Milwaukee Bucks against the Brooklyn Nets for Game 6 back in Milwaukee, and we'll see if the Nets can wrap it up or the Bucks force a Game 7. And I guess the longer the series goes, the more money they earn in terms of commercials and stuff. Well, the Dodgers were unable to sweep the Phillies last night. As they lose, they get shut out for the first time in almost 2 years, losing 2-0. Kershaw just didn't get any run support, even though he pitched well. The bats were silent. And the Dodgers have the day off today before they go to Phoenix to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks, who own the worst record in all of baseball. And speaking of the Diamondbacks, they lost again to the hated San Francisco Giants, 13-7, and they have tied a record for the longest road losing streak in modern baseball history, tying the 1963 New York Mets and the 1943 Philadelphia Athletics. Well, let's see if the Diamondbacks can avoid the sweep today, huh? And unfortunately, the Angels got swept up in Oakland. Tony Watson really just didn't have his best stuff yesterday. It looked like the Angels were going to win, but now they're back in fourth place, 33-35. Yeah, the Angels are just not having a good year this year after Mike Trout went down with a calf injury. And it's really a big blow when your best player is on the disabled list. Yeah, Anthony Rendon's also spent time on the IL. And Cody Bellinger's still on the IL too with but hopefully he'll be back. But Corey Seager, who got hit by the pitch in May, has been gone for a month. He might not make it until maybe by the All-Star break or after, and we hope to get Max Muncy back too. I mean, whenever a team is hit with injuries, that's a problem. Injuries are no joke. Well, the Angels are back in action today against the Detroit Tigers, and it will be their Angels reopening day in front of a capacity house. All right. Let's go Angels. Let's go Diamondbacks. And by the way, the Padres got swept in Colorado, and the Mets have swept the Chicago Cubs. And the Cubs and Brewers are tied for first place in the NL Central. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Amen.